How, how can you write a fraction in simplest form? Think about this question during the lesson. A stained glass window has 20 panes. Out of 20 sections, 12 are yellow. So 12/20ths of the panes are yellow. Notice how the picture also shows that 3/5 are yellow. What fraction of the stained glass window is not yellow? 8/20ths of the stained glass window is not yellow. A fraction is in simplest form when its numerator and denominator have no common factor other than 1. The fraction of the tiles that are yellow is 12/20ths. To write 12/20ths in simplest form, find a common factor of the numerator and denominator. What is the smallest common factor of 12 and 20 other than 1? Since 12 and 20 are even numbers, they have 2 as a factor. Are 12 and 20 prime numbers or composite numbers? Why? 12 and 20 are composite numbers because 2 is a factor of both. Now let's use 2 as a common factor to divide. Divide both 12 and 20 by 2. Both 6 and 10 are even. Divide both by 2. Is 6/10 in simplest form? 6/10 is not in simplest form. 6 and 10 are even numbers, so you can divide them both by 2 again. Since 3 and 5 are prime numbers, 3/5 is in simplest form. Why does the fact that 3 and 5 are prime numbers mean that 3/5 is in simplest form? To be simplified any further, the numerator and denominator would have to be divisible by a number other than 1. Why not divide the numerator and the denominator by 1? The numerator and denominator will not change. 3/5 is 12/20ths in simplest form. 12/20ths of the window panes are yellow. 3/5 of the window panes are yellow.
Hey, I was reading that. A shrink ray, huh? Maybe that'll come in handy for this. Dear Tim and Moby, how do you reduce fractions? From Zeb. Well, let's see if Moby can answer that. What do you mean it didn't work? You just reduced a fraction. Reducing a fraction means simplifying it so that the numerator and denominator are both as small as they can possibly be, and the value of the fraction stays the same. Well, just to make it as simple as possible. Remember when we ordered that pizza last week? We got the usual, half pepperoni and half ball bearings and screws. The pizza had 6 slices. But when we called to order, we didn't ask for 3/6 pepperoni and 3/6 metal. We asked for half and half. That's because 3/6 is the same as 1/2. In mathematical terms, they're equivalent fractions. What do you mean I should stop using pizza to illustrate math concepts? I like pizza. Anyway, to reduce a fraction, you first have to find the greatest common factor of the numerator and the denominator. That's the largest number that will divide evenly into both. Let's say you're given the following fraction, 12/20. To find the greatest common factor, you can make a list of all the factors of 12 and 20, and then pick the biggest one they have in common. Hey, can you set that thing on factor? So, the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And the factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. It looks like the greatest common factor is 4. To reduce that fraction, you just divide both the numerator and the denominator by their greatest common factor. 12 divided by 4 is 3, so our numerator is 3. And 20 divided by 4 is 5, so our denominator is 5. So 12/20 reduced to the simplest possible terms is 3/5. Let's try it again with 4/14. Let's see, the factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4, and the factors of 14 are 1, 2, 7, and 14. Looks like the greatest common factor is 2. So the next step is to... Right, dividing the numerator and the denominator by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. So 4/14 reduces to 2/7. Well, if there are no common factors, the fraction can't be reduced. It's as simple as it's going to get. Now, can I have my book back? What do you mean there's no enlarging ray? How am I supposed to find out if Adrian and Paul live happily ever after?
Gee, thanks a lot, crazy robot.